Good morning, everybody. So clearly it is just me today. I just watched The Summer I Turned Pretty and I am ready to share my thoughts. Oh my goodness. So I heard about this because how there's different like ship videos and like clips on YouTube. I saw some of those in my thumbnail. I had to click. I was a little curious. My finger wandered and clicked them. I saw some scenes and I was like, okay, I have to watch this. So I haven't read the book, so this is clearly just my thoughts from this show. First of all, can we just appreciate how Jeremiah is the largest wingman ever? I have a list of things. So number one, when Belly came down for her dance, and he was like, Belly, you look hot. And when Steven was working getting his money, he was like, go get your bag. And then when Laurel was wearing makeup and everyone was like, ooh, and he was like, especially when he had the talk with Steven and he was like, she wanted you to say that you want to be exclusive. He's like, stop moping, go get your girl. Duh. And that was I appreciated that from a character. First of all, I think Jeremiah is most of our favorite characters, so I'm just gonna skip over that because I'm sure we're all on the same page. I liked about this show that there were a lot of current references clearly, but it didn't seem too forced. Like there are some shows, not gonna name, that are just throwing in all these references and it seems like they're trying to be cool, but this was not. It just flowed. When they had the Billie Eilish Happier Than Ever. First of all, the words in that scene, it just like first of all, that was incredible. And then when they played Nail Tech, also, bro, overall just the music was popping. But when they talked about different stuff and it made so much sense. When Steven and Jeremiah were in the bathroom and they were like, oh girl, bro, and because I know that song from TikTok clearly, and I think most of us do too. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And it just felt nice to watch something where you understand references. Like if you watch like older shows or stuff or older movies and you have no idea what they're talking about, but like, your relatives do, like this was like cool. Another thought that I had was I really appreciated the dynamic where Cleveland was being like a father figure, strong male figure to Conrad when he didn't have anyone else to do that. And I'm like, I wasn't finding it very clear, but Conrad clearly has some mad feelings toward his father, and I don't know if it was because like the football thing or whatever, or if it was because he knows that he cheated. But I really appreciated how Cleveland was out here being like this figure to Conrad, and it made everything great. Also, it was throwing me off. Conrad was looking like, I think his name is Marcus from Ginny and Georgia. Like, that was really throwing me off. And then Cameron gave me such Jordan Fisher vibes. Like, okay, sure, there was like a small like visual resemblance, but at the same time, like the type of character that he was, it like really gave me vibes of the kind of character that Jordan Fisher is in all of his stuff. Like that movie with Sabrina Carpenter and him being that guy on Liv and Maddie. That was kind of, I had to think about it a lot. Regarding the love triangle or whatever, it was so stupid to me. Clearly, most of the whole show is about Belly and Jeremiah, and then she's gonna go kiss Conrad at the end. Like, we barely even had any interaction between her and Conrad, and it was all negative. Why did she have to go kiss? That was so stupid. That was so dumb, and I'm kind of mad at her. Like, sure, Conrad led her on, and I was really mad at Conrad when her best friend was in the car with Conrad. It was like, you should have just let her go. Everything would have been fine that day, but then he had to go. I'm so tired of his games, but at the same time, I am not feeling bad for Belly because she keeps going back to him, and it's kind of like, bro, you're 16 now, 15, 16 now. You've had this crush on him since you were 10. Honestly, I'm not going to say I'm a perfect person, but it is time to let it go. This is a childhood crush, okay? This is kind of really stupid. I don't even see them as relationship material. It's just like it's different. Like in the kissing booth. Like I see, what's her name? Elle? I don't know, whatever her name is, and the other guy as relationship material, the best friend, brother, whatever. But bro, it was so stupid. Bro, clearly, Jeremiah and Belly are far more compatible. Although I don't know what happens in the books, but I'm thinking maybe it's the other way around there, because I was looking for fan fiction after I, read this, and I kept seeing all this Belly X Conrad. I wasn't seeing any like Jeremiah type stuff. It made me kind of mad because I was looking for the Jeremiah type stuff. Once again, music was popping. I was hearing like the title of the creator. I was hearing it. I was like, ooh. And also, so as I was saying, I saw a lot of the clips on YouTube before I watched it myself, so I knew what was coming at a lot of spots. But especially, okay, episode 5, just like in Bridgerton season 1, episode 5, and this as well, episode 5, it all turned for me. It was popping. The last scene in episode 5, we all know what I'm talking about, when they were in the pool. Oh my gosh, I had to watch that a couple times. That was gonna make me act up. I'm not even lying. I had to compose myself. I had to go back, because it was just incredible. The way that he went and picked her up in the water, I was like, and then the music cut in, I was like, and then the way when he was like, do you think you could ever, like the way that he like looked at her, it was just like a vulnerable thing, and I was just feeling it big time. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I can't take this anymore. I need to calm myself. I think it was after this time. See, I had been reading fan fiction for a long time. Well, not that long, but I was taking a break. I was cleansing myself. And then I had to fold after I saw. And then the episode 6 scene when they were in the car, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah. So I think we can all agree that Belly, and I saw this one YouTube video. I saw a thumbnail and the title was like Belly gardening tooling around the whole show, except the word was not gardening tooling. And I thought that was kind of funny, but like I do agree, bro. Like figure out what you want, get it right, like anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this. Hopefully you haven't watched this before, you've seen it yourself, because I would give you a whole bunch of spoilers, but if for some reason you haven't, like, it was my kind of thing. Like, if this is your kind of thing, then I would watch this. If this is not your kind of thing, then no. I ran out of storage, so I'm gonna hurry up and say the last thing I want to say. I saw some people are clearly Conrad shippers, and you can leave. But a lot of people were talking about how when they crashed Belly's first date, and then when she looked at Conrad and said, to leave, and then he was like, all right, let's go. That to me, he just inserted himself and did these different things when it affected him. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, that was just him being a decent human being. That was not, to me, like, proof of, yay, Belly's ex Conrad. That was kind of just dumb. Whereas Jeremiah just sat around and kept stayed in his lane, like, the whole time. Like, even, with Cameron and everything. Whereas Conrad just, I don't see him being, that kind of figure. Like, when she was getting drunk, he didn't do anything. However, Jeremiah took the lead, and, he was supportive of the whole Cameron. It died again, so I gotta hurry. But what I was saying was, Jeremiah took the lead, and he was like, you're not getting in a car with somebody you just met, and all this stuff. So it was like, Jeremiah stayed in his lane, but he stepped in when it was important. Whereas Conrad, you cannot say the same for him. So I feel like Jeremiah just has this respect and caring about her, where he's gonna do that. Whereas Conrad, you can't see him doing that. Like, I understand he had this stuff going on, but that was just within the 7 episodes. That is what I witnessed. Gotta go before this dies. So peace out. So some more things that I forgot. Just clear some space, so we're good. Number 1, in the situation when Belly saw Taylor kissing her brother, and Taylor had this whole self-righteous speech, that was really weird to me, bro. Belly did nothing for a lot of reasons. Number 1, it's literal. It's like not even girl code. I'm sure it's bro code too. You always ask the sibling that is your friend before you go and you do stuff with their sibling. And number two, Taylor, you go around flirting with everybody, calling Jeremiah Jeremy. How do you expect Belly to know that you've had a crush on her brother for years? Number two, you're like, oh no, you've changed so much since you've been here. You know, you're into hair and clothes and all this stuff. Bro, you try to get her into that. You try to change her. You start giving her these clothes you know she's not used to wearing. You're the one putting the mascara on her, and you think it's funny that she's changing all of a sudden? No, you're dumb. So that was a fault on Taylor. That kind of, that little square off moment, that fight, whatever, was baseless. And anyway, but every time besides that, have loved Taylor when she was, you know, telling off Conrad and was like, you should have left her alone. How she was a wingman, hurt her foot so Team Jelly could go in whoop with the volleyball. That was a wonderful type move. Every other time have loved her, except that was a small fault there. And number two, another thing that I forgot that I wanted to say was that, oh, darn it, what was I going to say? It was about Jeremiah. I got to think about what I was going to say. Here's what it was. Here's the other thing I meant to remember. Okay, I see a lot of people talking about they support Conrad and Belly, blah, blah, blah. A thing that I have noticed from Jeremiah seems to support Belly in a way that he doesn't underestimate her and put her in a box. For instance, when everybody's like, oh, you know, even Belly's mother was like, oh, you know, this whole dead ball thing is not going to be her thing and all this stuff. And just like when Conrad was trying to tell Belly also that it wasn't her thing and that it wasn't like her and all this stuff, but I don't recall ever seeing Jeremiah do that. I feel like all these people are pushing their visions of Belly onto her, whereas Jeremiah did not do that. All he accepted who she was showing herself to be each time. And I feel like a lot of people are going to interpret that as, you know, Conrad seeing, you know, the true Belly and not wanting her to change and stuff. No, that's not what this is. Conrad likes the thought of Belly. It's like, oh, the whole brother's friend that is a girl kind of thing, like the kissing booth type beat. Like, he likes the idea of her. There's no for Belly and Conrad, and that is all.